What is up, Rad Potential YouTube, and welcome to today's video on the Rad Potential YouTube channel. This is going to be a video to tell you what to expect from the next project and then the project after that. And the reason I'm making this video is because it's been super rainy all weekend. And also, I want to give a huge shout out to Justin for allowing me to work on stuff off camera here that is not like content that I put on YouTube, because I kind of had a nice couple days last week where I could take off, we could still give you guys videos. And you know, if the BMW stuff is not what you're here for, then you don't have to watch it. Like, it's YouTube. But the Rad Potential channel, I want to be able to keep getting content to you guys regardless of that. And the content on the channel is going to shift as well as we move forward, as Justin gets more involved and stuff, and we can start doing some design and development on these cars. And it's going to switch more towards like engineering stuff versus like how-tos on RX7s, which I can still film those videos for you guys, and they'll still have RX7s in the videos and still have BMWs in the videos and all that stuff. But we're going to start doing some like creation. We're going to build parts. We're going to make cool stuff. So get pumped for that. Anyways, the update. So while Justin was making me videos last week and preparing for this weekend, if y'all don't know, we ride mountain bikes. So you've probably seen the jumps in the background. People on the Bring a Trailer auction commented on it. But we got the roll in, comes down, a double, step up, double, whale tail thing that I built this past week. A 20-foot double, a 30-foot double. We've got a big, like, nice little dirt jump section down there. And basically, if it wasn't for Justin making the videos and helping out, I wouldn't have been able to get as far as I did on this. And the reason this is important, college friends, high school friends, buddies, we all ride mountain bikes, all hang out, trying to do this whole, trying to bring them into the Rad Potential thing and get their brains working in creation and making parts. We're having a little get-together this weekend. They're coming down, and we're going to ride mountain bikes. We're going to do what we've always done. You know, we go to the trails and have fun. Now we're going to be here and have fun. So pretty stoked for all that. And I'll make a video on it. I just don't like to, you know, I don't know. It's nice to not have to not film stuff, right, every night. Because if you imagine the YouTube stuff is kind of like having a second job. So now, the next RX7 project, because that's all we work on, really. Now, y'all saw a while back, or at least I hope you did, I started on this white rally car. Yes, I did just sell the yellow one, but that's a whole nother video in itself. So I started on the white rally car. The goal for this car is to build a Tarmac prepped rally car that is like fully ready to rip. So what I want to do is take that car, strip all the suspension off of it, gas tank, pull everything out of the bottom, repaint, redo everything, repaint the inside, repaint the outside, put a new livery on it. It's already got a rebuilt motor, everything's simplified. I'll pull some wiring out of the harness, show you guys how the gauge cluster works, other things like that. Basically the things you would need if you're building an RX7 race car, and get that one set up. And I'm pretty stoked to be able to get started on this. If you've noticed the past, I don't know, while, other than tuning the mouse, I really haven't worked on any car for me. And if you go back and look at my FC that I restored the engine bay and did everything like that, you'll be able to see how like meticulous I can be when it comes to building a car. Now, some of these customer cars, you get what you pay for, right? You know, if they're paying for a C+ job, as far as restoration, you're only going to get that. You know, yeah, y'all know how business stuff works and how that is. And all that. But anyways, so for this race car, I'm going to do like, this is going to be like an A+A job here. We're going to get everything painted. We're going to touch every single nut and bolt on the car. And it is going to be crispy sick. And I'm super pumped. So without having any customer cars here to work on, which is by design, we can start focusing on getting the race car perfect, selling it. CNC plasma table goes in the garage. And that's going to lead into the next project. So y'all have seen the 99 car laying around here. Now, that car is super important to me and the previous owner, because we both learned a ton of stuff on that car. So he did the flares, you know, I helped sort out and got the engine running perfect after he had swapped it in, and like all that stuff whenever I was daily driving it. And it used to look sick, like so good. It needed painted, like the roof was faded and the hood was faded, but man, just from that low quarter view was honestly like one of the RX7s that really got me loving first gen RX7s. So with that comes the questions that I have for you with regard to that car. So there's not a really good viable option for a rear end for an RX7, right? You had like Granny Speed Shop that sells 8.8 swap in ready kits. You have anybody that builds a custom one for you that's going to cost a lot of money. But my thoughts are, and you know, this isn't necessarily a cheap option either, but for that car, I want to make it, it's going to be my personal car, but I'm going to build it to have like mid to high 300s, maybe 400 horsepower. That GSLSE rear end is not going to take that abuse, right? Neither is a stock trans. So I have a Turbo 2 trans I'm going to put in there, and then I have, or not yet, but I want to put in a Ford 8.8. Now, I personally don't much care for the Wattslink stock suspension style that's in these cars. It works okay, but it could be much better. So what I'm thinking is a triangulated 4-link or a 3-link with a pan hard bar. And the reason that I say I want your guys' opinion is, which one would you prefer? 2, I'm going to make my CNC plasma table. I want to be able to sell you guys a bolt-in, not bolt-in, but a weld-in sheet metal kit to be able to mount that axle in your car. So we're talking, you cut the whole floor out, you cut probably part of your spare tire well out, maybe. Basically your strut towers and stuff will get cut out. I want to set it up so you can use FC coilovers in the rear, so the 2-bolt top hats. Reason being, nobody likes to have to buy custom suspension for your car. I'm also going to have a front lower control arm that I'll sell that'll let you adapt to FC front suspension in the front of your car. So the goal would be you could buy a coilover kit for an FC and use that front and rear. So it comes as one kit. You bolt on the fronts, bolt on the rears, etc. Anyways, back to the rear stuff. I want to sell this whole sheet metal kit. You'll need a MIG welder and some measuring stuff, and it should be able to just like lay everything in. I'll show you where to cut out, give you a template for all that, and you can literally put an 8.8 in your car. So when the white race car is gone, it's sold. We'll have a CNC plasma table, and we're going to take that brown Tornado Silver GSLSE and we're going to make it awesome. We're going to cut it up even more. It is rusty. It'll be a good car to back half, and then it'll get a Turbo 2 motor, and I have a brand new BNR turbo for that setup. So the goal, max out the turbo and see what we can make. So that's kind of my 2 projects going forward. I'm stoked to be able to work on my own cars for once now, and I want to thank all of you guys who watch all the videos. Well, A, for watching this far along, but for B, for helping me to push through and get some of this other stuff done. Making myself, or you guys hold me accountable for getting work done here, and I that's the whole, one of the goals of the channel was to provide motivation for me. If I'm trying to give you guys videos every day, it means I have to do stuff every day on the channel. So what to expect this week though? So this week will be, I've got a 360 video I have to finish up on the mouse. We're going to take Death Trap up there. We're going to go street tune it. I fixed off camera the fuel pump, fuel pressure regulator, all that. We got it making boost now and not running lean, so we're good. So that one's ready to get some fuel pulled back out of it, and that's a Turbo 2 swapped first gen with a re-speed rack and pinion front end. So keep that in mind for the design development part. This car's here so that we can see more of like those custom parts and see about recreating them. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on this week. Thursday will probably be the last upload. Friday, I have the day off from my regular job, and I will be here hanging out with my buddies and enjoying a weekend of just riding bikes, drinking some beers and hanging out. And I'm pretty stoked for that because it's been a minute since I've been able to take off work and do stuff, and because when I take off of my real job, I come here and work, and it gets kind of tiresome. So drop a comment below for 2 things. One, the 360 video for the silver car. I want to see, I don't like to talk in those, so I want to see if you guys like that sort of thing. I'm going to do some different mounts, but more aggressive driving videos. But 2, moving forward, are going to be more so project update videos, or project update, not like this, but project videos, working on the white car, getting all that stuff done, and then also adding in 360 videos. I still have yet to film another driving for us. I had one scheduled for this past weekend, but we just kind of, the weather, and it's tough to try to film one of those videos and organize people for that, but we're working on it, so those will be coming up soon. But anyways, try to keep a balance between the two. Justin's going to throw some videos in here and there with his projects, and I'm just stoked for where the channel's going to go. You know, we've been basically at it for a year and a half now, and you know, I wouldn't have kept making videos if the channel hasn't kept growing. So I appreciate all of you guys that are new, and drop a comment on any video. I generally check all of them. So if you need something specific filmed, I can usually try to do it. I have just about every RX7 here that you could have as far as the first gen. So SE, base models, SAs, you name it. So anyways, I am going to go inside and play with some pew-pew stuff. You've seen I've got a little shooting range here. And edit up this video for you guys, get the rest of the 360 video from the mouse all finished up for Tuesday. And hopefully the weather holds off good this week and we have a good weekend. And I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. Subscribe if you want to see some more stuff. And everyone who watches all the videos, thank you. And keep it rad. Comment below on any cool parts that could solve problems for you. Thanks.